All right, today we're diving into a myth that asks a really powerful question. Can art and courage actually heal a broken world? This is the story of the quest for the Lyre of Orpheus.
So the whole story really hinges on this one single cryptic line from the Oracle. It sets the stage for an epic journey, a task that seems pretty much impossible, right? But it leaves us with questions. What is this plight they're talking about? And who could possibly have the devotion to fix it?
To really get what this quest is all about, we first have to understand the crisis. Our story kicks off in a world that has just completely fallen into a state of total discord.
Just picture it for a second. On one side, you had harmony, a perfect, peaceful balance where the sound of this lyre literally made nature thrive. That was the world with the Lyre of Orpheus. Now, look at the other side. The lyre gets stolen and it's an absolute calamity. The music stops, the world plunges into conflict and disharmony, nature itself just starts to wither. This is the disaster our hero has to deal with.
And that hero's name is Lyra. She's a young musician, but what really sets her apart, what makes her step forward when nobody else will, is her valor. She sees all the suffering and decides, okay, I have to be the one to do something.
And valor is the absolute perfect word here. It's not just about being brave. It's that specific kind of courage you need when you're staring down real serious danger. It's the one quality that pushes Lyra to even begin this quest, when everyone else is just frozen with fear.
But here's the thing. Valor alone isn't enough. The Oracle was very clear. The quest is described as arduous, which, means it's going to be incredibly difficult and take a ton of effort. And the hero has to have true devotion.
And that word from the prophecy, devotion, that's the real secret sauce. It points to a deep, unwavering love and loyalty for the cause. Valor might get her out the door, but it's this devotion, this inner fire that's going to keep her going when the whole thing seems impossible. So, armed with her valor and fueled by that devotion, Lyra sets off on her arduous quest, a journey deep into the shadows of a forbidden cave.
Okay, so her journey really breaks down into 3 main challenges. First up, navigate a super treacherous path. Then, she has to overcome the deceit of a nymph named Uriel. And finally, she's got to face the lyre's ultimate guardian.
Once she's inside the cave, it becomes pretty clear this isn't going to be a straightforward fight. It's treacherous, filled with all these deceitful traps. To survive, Lyra can't just charge ahead with valor. She needs another quality, prudence.
And this is where prudence becomes her guide. It's more than just being cautious. It's like a kind of strategic wisdom. It's knowing when to pause, when to observe, and how to outsmart danger instead of just trying to overpower it. This careful judgment is exactly how she gets past the traps.
And then she meets her foe, Uriel, the jealous nymph who stole the lyre in the first place. This one quote tells you everything you need to know about her motivation. The lyre is her coveted prize, something she wants out of pure envy, and she just sees Lyra as some mortal daring to take.
So how does Lyra deal with this? She doesn't fight Uriel's deceitful guile, her cunning trickery, with more force. Nope. Instead, she counters it with tenacity and her art, using her music to just persist against the nymph's manipulative mind games.
And that is tenacity in action. It's just sheer, dogged determination, that absolute refusal to quit. So you have this battle of wills. Uriel has her cunning, but Lyra has an unwavering spirit. And her tenacity, it proves to be stronger.
So she's navigated the traps, and she's even managed to soften the nymph's heart. But now comes the final and most dangerous trial, confronting the guardian of the lyre.
And this guardian is no small thing. It's a serpent of immense ferocity, a savage, intense creature that pretty much represents pure, untamed danger. This is it, the ultimate test of her courage.
So what does she do? She doesn't draw a sword. She draws on her fortitude. She stands right there, in front of this ferocious beast, and she plays her music. I mean, what an incredible act of inner strength, using art to soothe savagery.
And right here, we see the real difference between valor and fortitude. See, valor is the courage that gets you into the fight, But fortitude, that's the deeper strength to endure pain and adversity during the fight without breaking. It's that calm center in the face of overwhelming fear.
Now, seeing Lyra's act of fortitude has this profound effect on Euryale. She finally sees the foolishness, the folly of her actions. She recognizes that her own hubris, her excessive pride and arrogance, totally blinded her to the harm she was causing.
So, in the end, Lyra doesn't win through force, but through her character. It's her moral honesty, her rectitude, that earns the serpent's respect. She doesn't defeat the guardian, she proves herself worthy of the prize. It's a huge distinction.
With the lyre finally in her hands, Lyra returns to the world. And now, the final act can begin. Harmony restored.
And the result is immediate and miraculous. As Lyra plays, prosperity, that state of abundance and success, it all comes flooding back. The crops grow, the animals return, and all that discord is replaced by the music of a world made whole again.
And this really shows the core message in action. Each of Lyra's virtues was the right tool for a specific challenge. Her valor got her started. Her prudence kept her safe from the traps. Her tenacity overcame manipulation. And her fortitude is what conquered fear itself. It was the whole combination that brought success.
So, this myth really leaves us with a powerful question to chew on. Lyra used her art and her character to heal the conflict of her time. So what kinds of discord in our own world, social, political, even personal, could be healed by that same timeless combination of courage and creativity?